Welcome to Orbital Shipyard. We have spawning in the top right-hand corner of our screen. It's the Purple Terran. Dust Gaming, Spectre.
And down here, sitting in the bottom left, we've got another Terran. This time he's red. It is.
Echo Esports, Azure.
So yeah, I think this is probably one of the first TvTs. Yeah, I mean this has been the first TvT, or this will be the first TvT in Challenge League. We've only had one of the group with 2 Terrans in it. Killazur and oh no, I lied. Killazur played side.
Killazur and side.
To start with. Yeah.
I was like, wow, really? Okay.
The order, yeah, no, the ordering of Group B confused me because it's been rearranged from the original order into who made it out the group, which does make sense.
How dare it be rearranged?
Thanks, changing. I was like, I'm sure that's not the same as when I first looked at it. So, you know, another nice little TvT and a bit of an SCV scout gonna hook away there. Just annoying Azure a little bit and forcing him to lose some mind time. That was
almost
cute.
Trapped him there for a second. Yeah, that was a cute little attempt. Nicely done. This is, by the way, the winner's match. The winner of this will go on. Spectre defeated Desro. Azure defeated Zam. And it'll be Zam versus Desro. That's a PvZ in the loser's match after this. So this is game 1. So we're going to just see exactly how everything lines up. Going to go ahead and cancel that Marine, get that starport, that factory, tech lab going on right away. So the starport can swap into the tech lab. Very nice. Reaper over here at the front. Couple of Marines to say hello. And they do not say hello very nicely. They say so with bullets, which is one of the most mean ways to say hello.
Yes, it's very unkind. The Hellion says it with a way that's possibly even more unkind, which is napalm.
Yeah,
but,
napalm not the best way to say hello. If you're
except
kind
sometimes
of
in the morning.
Oh yeah,
only with scent.
That's you know, love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Who doesn't?
Brood War Fire Bats for the
win. Spectre has managed to go pretty much straight up the tech tree. 111 as fast as he can is going to be throwing down a CC behind it, trying to get up to those Cloak Banshees as quickly as possible.
Ooh, nice position here. Oh, gonna get the hits off as well on the grenade. Makes a pretty big difference. Should be able to take out that unit quite quickly. Nice repair. But the bombs stop the repair from having another. Oh my god, so many red SCVs. They're really close from all dying, and they're clumped up. Oh my god. We already have 7 workers killed.
8.
And the, oh my god, this is absolutely horrendous. The Banshee's gonna come out to clean this up, but in the meantime, so much damage has been done. 11 workers. It's 14 workers to 28. Oh my god, this Banshee is gonna have to be a miracle Banshee. We're gonna need some amazing Banshee action going on. It is scouted, but we have the engineering bay on the way out. We've got Cloak, but we have, this is really interesting. Cloak is researching, and a Raven is being built. So do we have delayed Banshees come after this, or did he just forget and cancel the unit over there? No, we have the Banshee moving across the map, excuse me. Following it up with the Raven to deal with the Banshee. We are going to come. Nicely done. That's going to buy him just enough time to get this missile turret.
Oh! Across the map, the Widowmine hidden behind that refinery does take out the other Banshee. And Azure sees the Widowmine burrowing. He knows where it is and how to avoid it. One Raven is not really going to be enough to actually take it down. The auto turret doesn't last very long now, so the Banshee's going to have to spend a little while down this natural base, but it can go straight back to the main, start doing more and more damage. Is the Widowmine's been hidden though? The hidden mine.
Man, hidden mines all over the place today. That's the 3rd one today. But 8 workers killed. We're at 12 workers to 32. This is absolutely insane right now. Nothing is being produced at the starport, the factory, or the barracks for Spectre. I don't know exactly what's going through his head right now. It's just sort of like, well,
Oh boy.
Do I just leave the game? No, I don't. Going to stick it out, and valiant effort. A lesser player would say, "Ugh, I give up. I go home." But not Spectre. Spectre was down and out, but he rose back for the triumphant comeback. If you don't play when you're behind, you can never get a comeback.
It's true. Comebacks, they make their stories. And I mean, Spectre does have a couple of advantages. He did have the natural up a little bit faster, so he's...
not gonna notice this Widowmine here.
Pretty good.
Oh my god. That is the beginning. He needs more of that. Auto turret versus auto turret.
It's 3 units versus 3 units, man. Just like Swarm Hosts. But,
yeah, I would love to see that 7-second auto turrets against each other. Just fighting it out.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Something like that. But, yeah, another Banshee actually coming in, and Spectre doesn't actually have the missile turrets that Azure has to defend his base, so he's relying pretty much completely on this Raven and Viking combo to defend his base. But, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job of it. Looks like he's going to pretty much perfectly intercept this Banshee, actually. Raven keeps on going, though, so if Azure is fast enough, Banshee is slightly quicker than the Raven. No, actually, they're the same speed.
Yeah, the Raven, I was going to say, the Raven got a speed boost from Heart of the Swarm to Legacy of the Void. So hard to remember all of the changes. They went back and forth a lot. And it's going to take a little while to get used to all these new rules, these things that we thought we know.
I need to build a new rule book.
Yeah, you know. Now you're just some unit that I used to know. I don't even know what the Raven is anymore.
That is true. The Raven is one of the units that changed the most, actually. While staying the same, if you know what I mean. Like, all the spells are the same name. They do pretty much the same thing. They just do it very differently. Yeah,
no new assets or anything like that. Just numbers adjustments, but pretty significant ones. Speed of a unit is one of the big ones. Ooh, nice hit. Oh my god. Going to get these tanks out in time, but will they make it home?
Yeah, both the medevacs go down, though, and one of them was full. Azure comes in with a third medevac, and Spectre is dashing back home. Trying to be ready to meet it, but
Spectre was so far behind, but with amazing defense.
So
he's decidedly come back. It's 39 workers to, 40 workers to 48. As far as income is concerned, that's incredibly close. At 44 workers, it starts to become less efficient. Those workers tend to matter less. Do have a little bit of harass here. Siege tank is in a nice position, gonna get repaired. Oh my god, and lovely defense. Just 3 workers killed, keeps the tank alive. Tank count, one of the most important things in TvT since the dawn of time, and it still is. Keeping that tank count nice and high, keeping your tanks alive is so important. And yeah, Spectre is in this. Spectre is looking great. Just a series of excellent defenses over and over and over again. And Azure overextended, being that far ahead in economy and being that aggressive and not being able to take it out. It's taking a big risk when you're that far ahead in economy. You can really, you know, spiral yourself out of control before making an attack.
Yeah, for sure, and that's definitely something you don't want to do. Both players now having pretty much evened out the game. Taking their third bases at roughly the same time. Azure has a couple of his upgrades a little faster, but Spectre now going for the double upgrades, while Azure's stuck on just that one eBay researching. Will catch up, though there is a window where Azure will have 1-1 to Spectre's no upgrades, which is going to be
I think too, Azure has stim right now, and Spectre does not.
Oh my god, Spectre doesn't have stim.
So that could be really huge in this engagement. About 20 seconds off from finishing stim. Going to be able to lose a lot of units there. Almost got a tank, but just really nice micro from Azure, and we're really seeing that lack of stim kick in. Those would be dead tanks with stim.
Sure, but that Raven dropping a couple auto turrets, and Siege tank's gonna take
wow!
Wow, they killed things.
That was amazing play with the Raven. Excellently done. Just unloads all the energy, takes out 2 tanks. Another amazing defense. Lost a lot of Marines, but out of all the things you're going to lose, you don't want to lose SCVs, you don't want to lose tanks, you don't want to lose your other gas units. I mean, Marines are the most expendable thing you have right now.
So, Jackstack, you seem to be the sort of person who would have acquired this esoteric piece of StarCraft information. Did they change the targeting priority for auto turrets from Heart of the Storm to Legacy of the Void? Because they used to be like quite a high priority target for the unit AI.
Targeting priority on units is pretty much the same. The buildings have more variability than the units do. Most of the targeting priority for units has to do with what they're doing at a particular point in time and how close they are to the unit they're aggroing, rather than like just like a list of like, okay, this has higher priority than this. So I don't think that has changed, because I don't really see why it would change. You have certain things like bunkers will have a higher targeting priority than a barracks, just straight up. No matter what, if they're both in range, the bunker will always be targeted down. But with units, it's more about which units are closer and which units can attack you. So that has to do with mostly, can you shoot up? Okay, you can. You're considering air units for your targeting priority. What's closest and able to attack you?
Yeah,
and that's generally the thing that'll take the priority for targets.
Cool.
Moving around with
just
a tank on the ground. What is this guy doing? Spectre, get a medevac over there. Tanks don't.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I forgot that tanks could even move in tank mode. I thought you just could only lift them up in siege mode in medevacs.
Might as well build tanks in tank mode nowadays, but yeah, these siege tanks siege up. Azure drops his tanks as well, and those Marines getting slaughtered. It's a tough life to be a Marine, but Azure ends up with more at the end, and he's going to take down almost all the tanks. Spectre escaping with.
Nice engagement there from Azure, kicking it back in, looking very nice. Only 2 tanks left over. Do have a little bit of a transition attack into Trig lag, which is the strategy that Trig likes to use. Sometimes, and we know that it's a full Trig lag, because sometimes you have the halfway Trig lag, where Trig is just like, okay, I'm still talking, but I'm having problems with StarCraft. This is he just got booted from Skype. His computer might have literally exploded. We don't know, because we can't communicate with him right now. That's how incredible of an explosion just occurred. Hopefully all is all right. But we are going to go on without him. Saber making the call. Sorry, Trig, but we're just going to talk bad about your internet connection for the rest of the cast. And there's nothing that you can do because you've been deprived of your voice. All right. We got a couple tanks over here remaining, going to get a couple of free kills due to that Trig lag transition, but not too critical. Nice scan over here, getting a lay of the land, feeling out whether it's a good time to attack or not. We do have upgrades coming in the top section relatively evenly. That second eBay for Azure was timed out really nicely, and with that favorable engagement is looking in a pretty good spot. But this is a very even TvT. Could easily go either direction. Super D-duper. Running across over here, we've got more medevacs than tanks, very much necessary. The tank counts are currently 5-7 with Azure in the lead. Gotta be really careful right now. Ooh, getting some shots off with those tanks. Nicely done. Could potentially use a bit of high ground here, but I mean, Spectre's out on the map right now, but he's got the inferior army, which is really difficult thing to do. He is buying himself some time to get a 4th base up. So if he can just posture and keep Azure at home, he's going to be in a pretty all right position. Azure's moving out. If these tanks can bring him home, this is a victory. He doesn't actually have to get any kills. He just has to take the army, make it come back home without losing anything. And he's going to have to pick up really quickly over here if he doesn't want to lose all of his tanks. Oh, no! He is going to lose the majority of his tanks, getting out with 1 tank. And unfortunately... ooh, no, that wasn't pushed off. Ooh, this is cool. He actually lifted off his command center because he scouted that it was coming out, and he was able to avoid. Look at this. He's scanning over here. He's waiting around. Oh, no, move your Marine. No, it's going to get scouted. Oh, that was such a cool play until that very moment just then. Oh, so close. So close to, like, complete completely confounding the opponent here. Gonna have to get in siege position quite quickly. Or do you anymore? Do you even want to be in siege position? Do you want to be in the medevac? It's weird. I feel like now instead of committing to a position and getting an advantage with the siege tank, you now actually want your siege tank to be up in the air, so that way you don't get the first shot down. Let me think about that. No. Very much not the case. You want to be on the ground because of that delay that they added in. That was pretty critical. Of dropping the siege tank before it fires gives the advantage to the player who already has their siege tanks in position. So holding on to a little bit of that positional play, the importance of it, we are losing a lot of our positional play sort of power, the sort of importance of positional play. These siege tanks, by the way, in an awful position, almost lined up in a line. Gonna lose one tank very quickly, being pretty low hit points over here. And it looks, oh my god, this is just an overwhelming force for Azure here. And this is just game one, so this is gonna be a pretty crazy series. He's coming through, he's gonna be able to take out this base. Ooh, Planetary Fortress have sometimes been known to work miracles, but this many tanks on the map, like I said before, tank count's so important in TvT and just really tough to deal with. Gonna move in here to the assistance of the other low ground siege tanks. Get caught a little bit out of position over here, but with this gully push is really difficult. Interesting, moving directly in over here, a little bit on the aggressive side, but he can afford to do that with those pickups. Unit's gonna run in here and try to get some damage off, but ooh, one tank goes down. Not too bad. The aggression is very heavily in favor. Pushing forward is Azure, and taking the base behind this really nice play, going up to a Planetary Fortress as well for the fourth. Seems to be that is the pattern for this game. Planetary Fortresses on the fourth and coming through over here. Doing a little spotting are these medevacs up in the front. Siege tanks can shoot further than they can see, and that's why that air dominance is very important. One Viking over here going to try to help out with that air dominance, but this is just a massive army. Spectre is going to need some amazing plays to pull us off. He's been defending all game very expertly. Can he continue to do so? It looks like he's going to lose his Planetary Fortress, and that's the penultimate step into his demise here. One more and it's all over. He loses tank. GG, Azure going to take game one. I hate Comcast. Is Comcast even in the UK?
Nope.
Yeah, well, whatever like giant corporation probably owns Comcast. Think of the worst ISP. They probably also own that in the UK. Just think of what is the worst?
Like we don't have anything like Comcast or any like massive monopolies over single areas. You guys in the US have. I mean, we're just a much smaller island. The population is so much more concentrated that you can pretty much always find a competitor.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. So you're such a small island. Why haven't you turned into the next South Korea for StarCraft? That's what I want to know. Where are all the UK players at, man?
Bling,
they're all
what happened to
they're all memeing in the UK Skype chat.
You know,
I'm not even joking. I bet I could look at it right now and there'll be like
memeing right now.
5 new memes.
The memes are
literally
streaming
memeing
live.
right now. They're flowing.
We do have a game of
talking
StarCraft going on though, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the players spawning in
we're live?
The bottom left of Dusk Towers. Sorry, I didn't check where you were looking. Bottom left of Dusk Towers. It's the Red Terran. Echo Esports, Azure.
And in the top of Dusk Towers, our Purple Terran. Give it up for
Dust Gaming, Spectre. So I recorded all those intros today, actually a little bit yesterday. And
yeah, you kind of threw me off earlier today.
I just realized, I haven't listened to it yet, but I want to, of like how, I don't know how much like effects have been put on, but like me introducing, me being quiet, and then me with an effect on my voice picking up on doing the intro afterwards.
Because it's
just sort of like, you know,
time.
There's not enough me in this cast. Let's get it in there. Hashtag Jack's narcissist.
Reaper in this game either because he
Ooh.
just got taken out.
Bam! That transition. Ooh, tempo.
Aye.
So smooth.
Hey man, that's what I do, baby. But
Yeah,
here
yeah.
on the side of things, right? We got a bit of a difference in build coming out of both players. Spectre going here for that 1-1-1 style, looking at to be Banshees maybe. While on the other side of things, you know, Azure looking to expand, but he still has a 1-1-1 going. Just the sacrificing the tech to get that economy rolling.
Yeah, and this is sort of a caster question I'd like to discuss with you really quick while it's getting started up, right? So the 1-1-1, it was this super strong all-in at one point in time. And you can still kind of do it, right? You can still kind of 1-1-1 in an aggressive way. But it's the easiest way to say that a Terran player is going for a barracks into a factory into a starport in a normal way. So I want to say, all right, opening up with the 1-1-1, we got Spectre over here. But then it's like, it's ambiguous. Someone in Twitch chat is gonna be like, Jack, he's not all in. You said something that was wrong on the internet. And then, you know, all of my self-confidence like disappears. I turn into a puddle on the ground. They have to revive.
Man,
it becomes a big deal.
You can't let it get to you. You just gotta, you know, speak it with confidence, and what you say is what it is. Because if they come to court, you know, and they bring you there and they say, hey, was there not a 1-1-1 on the build, or rather on the field? I mean, can they really say no? There's one barracks,
true.
There's one command center, there's one factory, there's one starport, and there's really nothing else you can say about that.
No, not at all, man. So I think yeah, it's actually goes too with the idea that casters get to choose all of the language for the world that Artosis popularized at the beginning with. It's like, this is what we're calling it, and we're the casters, so it doesn't matter. I don't know if we have enough caster PowerPoints saved up to pull that off yet, but we should try at least. Let's bring back the 1-1-1 macro build. We got 1-1-1 macro coming out of Spectre over here before the expansion. It's going to allow him to be a lot more aggressive, get some bigger army supply, get that tech up and running. Relatively passive game thus far. This Raven and Viking on the lookout for any sneakery.
Whoa. And there's a Hellion too on that little cliff as well. You know, it is a very defensive opener, surprisingly, going for that, you know, well, the tech, right? He got the tech out, and I called it to maybe be a Banshee, but then he made the Raven as if he was trying, maybe like expecting some kind of aggression to be coming out of Azure. So he kind of got the short end of the stick there, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Azure opens up with the faster expansion, gets the economic lead, already has the third CC up compared to Spectre, who just started the third CC, and no damage out of it. When you go to delay that expansion, oftentimes because you expect to be able to deal some damage. Now, the window has not closed. The window of opportunity for more damage has not closed just yet. Spectre is still in the advantage concerning army, but it's still going to be tough. The lead, I don't think, is big enough to be able to walk across the map and get anything done. With the rally defender's advantage, Azure, as long as a nice taking out of the Widow Mine, by the way, as long as Azure doesn't move out. Yeah, it did go off once.
Oh, okay.
It was on cooldown, so that it did go off one time.
Alrighty.
Gonna take this third, nice and quick.
Yeah, that's actually really quick here, and you know, he's also getting his upgrades relatively quickly. I believe his stims should be already complete. Both of the stims are done. The combat shield already on the way, so I do kind of feel for Azure's position a lot better. I don't know if I mean, I missed the end of the last game, but like, did he do something kind of crazy that would make him play a little bit more scared, or is it just kind of how he's been playing?
No, I know it's I think he just got the bad end of the build order. Spectre did, that is, and Azure gonna be pretty happy about his place, but we're still quite close. This is the area of slight leads. We've had a relatively passive game so far. A couple of attempts at aggression, but just a dead Reaper to show. And
poor guy, right? Alone.
Yeah, and Reapers. I mean, Reapers always get out. So I mean, that's one of those moments where it's like, oh, my Reaper didn't make it out. Like, what the hell?
Probably like a fake ID, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is looking really good for our Red Terran player. He is economy-wise 63 SCVs to the 48 of Spectre, who is only just now grabbing that third. So yeah, I think that Spectre, especially on a map like Dusk Towers, it gets a little bit more difficult, but he needs to get something done. He can't just be sitting back here. And look at that. He's going to be loading up a drop. Uh-oh, awkward city. About
wow.
Yep. Get ready.
Yeah,
for
the whole
it.
2 ships passing at night. No, this is 2 ships passing during the day. They're like, oh, hey, what's up?
With their headlights on.
Yeah, they're just like, this one just got totally stunned. Like, oh my god, there's 2 drops.
But that's a stoplight.
What do I
though, so
do?
he has to.
Oh,
stop.
that's what it was. It was a stop. I didn't see the stoplight. That's what threw me off. Nice catch. Nicely done. Yeah, get those sensor towers though, so he'll be able to see, you know, if that drop is going to continue through. I like this, dropping the units beforehand. Little attempted aggression over here on the right side. Gets cleaned up, but drop on the left in the meantime from Azure. Starting to wail away at those SCVs. Not a single SCV killed yet. He's going to try to target one down. 2 SCVs killed.
Yeah, not really getting the damage that he wanted. He lost
Not
a
at
full
all.
medevac full of units. Perfectly placed missile turret, by the way. Definitely saw that one coming. And Spectre hasn't done anything with his drop just yet. He realizes that there are a lot of, well, 2 in total.
Look
Sensor
at this
towers.
cyclone over here, just below Spectre's base. Waiting to catch a drop. That could be really, really deadly, especially if he chooses to throw a couple of tanks in one of them. But for the time being, things are moving into that lovely mid-game that we've come to become comfortable. Ooh, he's going to move in here. A little bit of flank. Should be able to kill this tank without taking too much damage. A little bit of misfire.
Oh, that was cool.
A little bit of misfire there. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Snaps his neck. Bam. Drops out of the medevac. See you later, buddy. And he's straight up Steven Seagal, that nerd. That was intense.
Yeah, that was actually pretty intense, right? Like, you could have lost the tank there, but he ended up saving it and killing the Cyclone without even losing anything right there. So, no longer going to be that drop defense. And that was kind of like his own sensor tower for the drop of Spectre. Yeah, of Spectre.
Yep.
I mean,
nice little scouting marine going ahead, seeing this happen. Nicely done. This is going to hit right as 2-2 finishes, and there's going to be only 1-1 for his opponent.
Oh my god, those things disappeared.
Oh my god, that was insane.
Wow, what a perfect timing out of Azure. Look, who is this guy? Gonna go on in, take out another tank. They don't even need any support. Independent Marines going in, taking down everything. And Spectre is just falling apart right now. This is absolute insanity.
God. Absolutely nuts. He's gonna go home with all these tanks. What?
Like,
oh no! The Marines of Spectre taking out all of these tanks and medevacs over here. It looks like he's gonna get a fair amount of them moving forward over here. Gonna get that last one. And 15 workers killed on the other side of the map and an orbital command. So absolutely still a major advantage. Ooh, and a Raven almost. Major advantage still to Azure. Azure looking great this game so far. Interesting, taking this corner expansion, very harassable from the high ground with siege tanks, but gonna go ahead and take that base in any case.
There used to be a Hellion on that high ground, but no longer there. And this is, that was a perfect time. And you mentioned it, the 2-2 hitting was probably the best time that he could do that, because he didn't even really use the support of the siege tank the whole time.
No, not at all.
They were mainly there to fall back to.
All right, stemming forward, moving into position. Much superior army over here for Azure. I don't know what Spectre's doing out on the map, but it's time for him to go home and try to scrape together some defense. In the past games, we've seen Spectre have some spectacular defenses, but this is going to have to be of a whole nother level if he wants to take this out. And that's it. GG.
GG.
Azure taking the game.
God.